What's up, guys? Razor Robertson has named his team to take on Argentina this weekend at Eden Park. It's a slightly surprising team list. There are changes, maybe not the ones that some of you were expecting. So in this video, I'm going to analyze this team list for clues about what Razor is thinking and what changes he's going to want to see in the rematch. All right, well, straight off the bat, Tamaiti Williams comes in at 1. He is taking the place of Ethan DeGroot. Not necessarily surprising, even though Ethan DeGroot is the incumbent. Clearly, we need more muscle with ball in hand. We need more pick and go up the middle. We did not earn the right to go wide when we took on the Pumas in Wellington. We're going to have to do that. It's going to start with some pretty heavy pick and go. Tamaiti Williams is definitely your guy for that. He's solid in the scrums, but he offers a point of difference around the field. He's got great ball handling skills, and frankly, he's built like a brick you-know-what. So I like that decision there. Codie Taylor, who's the vice captain, he's going to stick at number 2. I think that his form slump I talked about may have ended last week. He was very accurate throwing into the line out, and certainly in comparison to poor Asafo Amua, who rather botched 2 critical lineouts towards the end of that game in Wellington. God, don't remind me. But Asafo Amua is still on the bench. He's a long-term project. He offers everything you could want from a hooker. We just have to tidy up his throwing. That's clearly a work on, but we're going for Codie Taylor's experience. I can understand that. Tyrel Lomax is in there, not surprising. Look, I think at the end of the day, Razor Robertson knows last weekend was an anomaly. You're not going to have many games where an hour ticks over and you haven't had a single scrum yet. So I think it should be, knock on wood, normal service resuming this weekend, and we are going to have some more scrums, and that's a pretty good looking front row. Tupou, Vaa'i and Sam Darry was a no-brainer in terms of the locks. Yeah, you could bring Josh Lord into the starting lineup, but why would you do that when Sam Darry was probably the most impressive forward, if not the most impressive All Black on the park last weekend? You have to reward the young fella for his excellent form. Now, we thought that Ethan Blackadder might drop out of the team. Well, I can tell that some of you are not going to be happy about this. I get so many comments about Ethan Blackadder. I really think he's the most divisive player in this squad. I've heard one of you call him an unguided missile, and then I see others lauding his work rate. And look, he did make 20 tackles on the weekend. I think with Blackadder, you get a relentless high-energy performance. It does come with maybe a turnover or two. It does come with a couple of penalties. But Robertson overall thinks he has the work rate and graft that he wants at 6. There was talk of Ardie Savea moving to 7 to maybe unleash Wallace Satiti. That change has been resisted. We're sticking with Dalton Papali'i at 7 and Ardie at 8. Look, I can understand that, particularly since they've brought Sam Cane onto the bench. You're going to want that pure out-and-out experience to close out this game if it is tight like it was in Wellington. And so rejigging Ardie, putting him at 7, probably not the right week to do that if you're bringing Cane off the bench. So here's the thing. Everybody was calling for TJ Perenara to be dropped. I was one of them. Razor has resisted that urge. Now let's analyze what he's thinking here. Clearly, TJ did not have a great game. He had those 2 memorable charge down kicks, which were quite symptomatic of the All Blacks' inability to get out of their 22. However, you have 2 options when the proverbial SHIT hits the fan. You either replace the player who messed up, or you back them to learn and not repeat the mistake again. That's what Razor has done here with TJ. He's got a vastly experienced player, and he's going to think, look, TJ will know how to tighten up his game. All Razor had to do was show the tape from the weekend of Perenara taking a couple more steps than usual before trying to kick out from his own 22. Just need a more efficient motion. Clear your kick from the base of the scrum. Get that sucker downtown. We don't want to be running laterally before kicking. I have a feeling that a player as experienced as TJ will take one look at that tape and go, yep, I know exactly what I need to do. Now, my thoughts haven't changed. TJ Perenara is not the future. Cortez Ratama and Cam Roigard appear to be the future. With that said, it is a big ask to throw Cortez Ratama in there from the first minute, so I can understand why he's on the bench. I just think he's going to come on a bit earlier. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the lion's share of minutes in the second half as we look to attack around the fringes a bit more, as we look to run the Argies off their feet, hopefully, So I'm understanding what Razor's thinking here. He's going to stick with Damian McKenzie at 10. He already signaled that. There's no surprise there. But my, oh my, the wings are juicy. A complete change there. Talia is gone. Savea is gone. Caleb Clarke comes in at 11. Now, I did talk about this in my analysis of the game. You need a guy who's going to offer more punch. A guy who can win the collisions. And that's what Caleb Clarke offers, in addition to some excellent work under the high ball, both receiving a defensive kick, but also capturing attacking kicks. He is very good under the high ball. And I love this change. I think it's needed. Caleb Clarke is back on his home pitch in Auckland. He invariably plays well there. And as for Will Jordan, yeah, of course. This guy's freakish. You know, all he needed was 20 odd minutes in the black jersey to get back up to speed after just one hit out for Tasman. No games for the Crusaders this year. But he's a superstar type player. One of the first names you put on the team sheet. I think you do need him out there as long as possible. So I really do support that change. And look, I think Razor did have to make some changes in the wing position. Because for me, even though I'm a huge fan of Mark Talia and to a lesser extent Savea, they both are a little bit like for like. You do see them hunting that ruck ball, trying to impose themselves, but sometimes getting drawn into midfield and actually narrowing the attack inadvertently. And I think we saw that on the weekend. You maybe want a more traditional winger like Caleb Clarke, who is just going to hold that width, hold that depth, and create some more problematic pictures for the Argies to defend against. I think that our attack got a little bit predictable on the weekend in Wellington, and Razor said, all right, I'm going to reshuffle the wings, and that should change some of the pictures we're showing Argentina. Jordy Barrett and Rieko Ioane are back. That has been the incumbent midfield combination for the All Blacks. Listen, if you follow this channel, you know I'm always singing the praises of ALB. He is fantastic. He's still there coming off the bench, as he should be. I'm totally comfortable with him starting. But I will just say that I think we did notice, by omission, how nice it is to have Rieko Ioane's speed in midfield. Sometimes absence makes the heart grow fonder, and there were a few occasions in that first half where I thought, geez, I wouldn't mind Rieko's gas out there right now. He does offer a point of difference with that blistering speed. Perhaps he's not as good a distributor as a Proctor or an ALB, but let's not throw Rieko Ioane in the trash. He is a phenomenal attacking talent, and I can see why this change was made. I think that out-and-out pace and ability to break the line is going to be important this weekend. Alpha Tuangafasi, not my favorite pick. I tend to think he's a guy better off starting than finishing, but look, it's going to be up to him to finish the job. He is vastly experienced, and I think, again, Razor's expecting scrums a lot more this weekend, and Alpha's not going to let you down in the scrums. He doesn't offer as much in the way of ball carrying as a Tamaiti Williams, as an Ethan DeGroot, but rock solid scrummager. So I think that's just Razor shoring up the set piece and thinking we're going to see a lot more scrums this weekend. Fletcher Newell, very happy with him coming off the bench. Josh Lord, he'll be better for his hit out last weekend. He did look a bit undercooked, which he is, but this is a guy who has worn the All Black jersey on a few occasions now. Got to go with him. Loving the fact that we've broken the emergency glass and put Sam Cane in. Look, there has to be a balance here. Yes, we're looking to the future. Yes, we have hopes and dreams of winning the Rugby World Cup in 2027. Guys, that is a long way away. And one of the important things for the All Blacks is winning as many tests as you can every year. It is just part of the brand identity. We win, okay? Now, that brand has taken a hit in recent years. So I'm comfortable with having a guy like Kane, who isn't going to be around long term, having him here this year to help us get these tight wins. We thought we might need him against Ireland, France, England and Twickenham, certainly South Africa. Well, we need him now against Argentina. Argentina played out of their skin. They blew us away. They are a top quality team. They are a top 4 team in the world on form right now. We need all the experienced hands on deck that we can muster for this weekend. So I'm loving the fact that Kane's in there. And then you got Anton Leonard-Brown, of course, who is, offering that versatility in midfield that I think is really useful coming off the bench, because it gives you various options for reconfiguring the back line. And I think ALB really excels as a replacement for that reason. And then Mark Talia, damn, that's just, a pure game breaker coming off the bench. I always think it's a little bit of a luxury to have a pure winger on the bench. But clearly, Razor knows that we need some X factor and we need some spark if we're going to beat these guys. So, if you want X factor and spark, Talea's your man. What do you guys think? Do you think Blackadder should have been dropped? Do you think TJ Perenara should have been dropped? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments section. I will be reading all of them. And guys, seriously, look, here's the one good thing about the All Blacks getting beaten. It sucks. I hate it. But damn, is it exciting when we get another bite at the cherry. That's what we have this weekend. Let's stay positive. Let's hope that the All Blacks can bounce back, show the world who they are. I think they have it in them. I cannot wait to break this game down with you guys on the weekend. I'll see you then. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now.